allow me share my screen so that I can share the compensation plan, because that's what we are here for. I think as leaders, first of all, of course, we need to know that the product is good. We are not giving it our money. Our money stays safe in our Binance account or Bybit account. That is second. That safety of funds is guaranteed. Third, is it good for builders? People who may say, it is true, I have my capital, I want to trade, but also want to build a strong team. Is it rewarding enough? Is it worth your effort? To me, before even going to the compensation plan, I want to tell you one thing. This is August. Crypto Flow bot as a trading bot, launched in March. This means it is after almost 3 months that you're getting this information. What you do with this information is as your liking. You can do it as your way, the way you want. But trust me, those who position early make the money. I'll show you, for example, my affiliate side of this. I will show you my affiliate income from Crypto Flow bot within just 3 months, and you'll tell me whether it is a bad opportunity or whether it is a perfect opportunity at the perfect time. I'll let you go into the compensation plan. Let me share my screen here so that we can go ahead and I present the compensation plan. The compensation plan I'm going to show you, for those of you maybe who are watching us from maybe YouTube or elsewhere, it shows you how you benefit if you decide to share Crypto Flow to other people who may want to see it. Is my screen visible? KK, you go ahead and tell me if my screen is visible. Is my
Yes,
screen
yes, yes,
visible?
yes, yes. Very, very
Okay,
visible,
thank
yes.
you. Thank you. Let me first get my pointer here so that it helps me in explanations. I want to use this pointer here. Very good. Very good, very good. So let's go ahead. So CryptoFlow bot has an affiliate system that is composed of ranks from V1, okay, from V1 to V6. So there are 6 ranks that you can go through when you're ranking up. I've had some of you, when you're giving your intros, you have had teams of in millions of people, in thousands of people. This is the perfect opportunity to make the most money and also build a strong team. So it has its foundation. It is on a foundation of $120 activation and at least a performance fee, which is charged by the bot. I'm going to dive deep into this. Don't worry. So let's go ahead with our first slide. We are going to look at the core mechanics of the compensation plan. Where do you earn money from as an affiliate if you decide to share the business? First of all, you'll earn money from the $120 activation. I hope some of you're already aware that Crypto Flow bot is a subscription service where a user has to pay $120 per single year. So on that $120 paid by any user, you're going to get some money from it. That is, if they are either directly on your link or they are on your team, you're going to get something from that. Then also, we have what we call the fuel tank. This is where, before anyone trades, they need what we call transaction fees or money for transaction fees or money for fuel. So the fact that Crypto Flow bot manages everything for a user, it charges them 20% of whatever profit they make in their exchange. So if today I make $100, Crypto Flow bot takes off $20 and I remain with $80. Remember, I'm not doing anything. I just said it once and forget. Okay. Then also, this is from the fuel fee or from the fuel tank. That is where we get the 20% fuel. Okay, from the fuel tank, from the money deposited in the fuel tank, that is where the fuel is going to be charged, which is 20% on any profit made. Okay, Crypto Flow bot charges money on any profit made. It does not charge you money when it does not make a profit. So it means for Crypto Flow bot to make money, it has to make sure you make money. Do you understand this, guys? Crypto Flow bot charges 20% of every profit made. Okay, allow me, Leader KK, go ahead. I wanted to share this, but let me go ahead. Let me not share. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's look at this. Let's look at the V1 to V6 rank ladder. Okay, how do you scale up from V1 to V6? What are the terms and conditions for you to move the ladder from where you're a V1 to where you're a V6 and where you're enjoying global benefits? Because in Crypto Flow, there are global benefits. also, when you're a V1, how do you become a V1? You become a V1 by just subscribing. If you pay your $120, you automatically become a V1, or what we call the starter. You're on the starter rank. You're a V1. And to become a V1, there is no any other condition apart from you getting your money and you pay for the software, which is $120. But for you to come from V1 to V2, there are certain conditions that you must fulfill. Okay? You must have, if you're to see here up here, we have what we call directs, active users, team profit, and also the leadership legs. So it is based on this. For you to rank up, you must fulfill the direct requirement, direct leaders requirement, active users requirement, team profit requirement, and also the leadership legs, as you're going to see. Guys, don't get scared about the conditions. These are very easy to achieve, as you're going to see, as I'm going to explain. For example, for you to become a V2, or what we call a builder, you must at least have shared your direct link, your referral link, or your affiliate link. Share it with at least 3 people who can go ahead and activate. That is the one condition. First condition is that. Then let your total entire team or total users under you be 20. I'm going to show you how you can achieve this very, very easy. I'm going to show you how you can achieve this very, very easy. So your directs have to be at least 3, and your entire team has to be at least 20. So these 20 can be brought by you, or they can be brought by these 3. They'll all be counted as your team members. So as long as you have your 3 directs and you have your 20 members, and also your total team trading profit. Team trading profit. This is how much money your entire team has made in profit. It has to be at least $500. This is very easy. Actually, even one single person can give you these results as long as they have some good capital on your team. One person like this can give you these $500 in just one day if they have some good capital. Then for the leadership legs, you don't have to have any leader under you. As long as you have your 20 people under you on your team, and you have 3 directs, you automatically become a V2. And remember, I'm going to show you how you can earn when you become a V2. Later, I'm going to show you. But for you to come from V2, who is a builder, to V3, to earn a V3 who is called an achiever, you must have, on top of these 3, add more 2 directs. You come with 5 directs. Then let your entire team now have at least 100 people. So these 100 people can be put directly under these 5. When you're building, this 5 can bring these. If you have your leaders, you can position them. And you know, when leaders are positioned very well, ranking up is very fast. So you can say, these 5 will bring all these 100, or let me bring all the 100 by myself. For example, if you're a strong social media influencer, like me here, it is very easy to put in these numbers. Then as long as you position them very well under you, then you'll be easy. You'll fulfill two conditions. The third condition, your total team has to have made at least $2,000. This is also very easy, as I'm going to show you. Very, very easy to achieve. Then on top of that, you must have at least 3 V2s from 3 different legs. Now this is very important. Okay? Remember here, you didn't require any team building, any team leadership skill. But here they are testing your leadership skill. Can you also develop more team leaders under you? So it is better out of these 5, at least make 3 V2s out of these 5 that you have, out of these 5 here. And actually, it is very easy. You just need 60 people on your team to qualify for 3 V2s under 3 different legs. What do I mean? I'm going to show you later. For example, let me just give you a simple pip. Okay. Here you have your 5 directs. People have you referred direct using your link. So make sure at least in one leg, here you have a V2. Here in this leg, you have a V2. Either they can be these directs to become V2s, or they can be anyone below in this leg to become a V2. That's very okay. So 3 different legs, 3 V2s. That's very okay. Then, now for you to achieve V4 rank, of course, you will need now to top on these 5. You need now 8 people directly referred by you. Then 300. Now this becomes very easy because each V3, remember, they'll have to have 100 people. So to qualify for a V4, it is very, very easy because the numbers will automatically be made by the people by your leaders that you have created, okay? That you are creating. So you have to have at least 300 people. And also, your entire team trading profit has to be $5,000. Very easy to achieve. Actually, for the team trading profit, let me tell you guys, it is very, very easy to achieve. Even in your first week, you can have this team trading profit. Even in your first week, as long as your people have capital, you can have this trading volume because it is very easy. Just one step, and the person loads their capital and they earn. And then you have 3 V3s from 3 different legs. For you to become a V4, a V5, now you go you keep on adding on your directs. They become 12. Your entire team has to be 800. But remember, these numbers are very easy to achieve because now each V4 under you will need 300. So if there are 3 V4s required, means each V4 is already having 300. That is already 900. So you qualify for this. Very easy to achieve. Now 3 V4s. Then for you to become a V6 leader, of course, you'll need 20 directs, and also your team to be on 1,500, your team trading profit to be here, okay, and 3 V5s. So that is how easy you can rank up. So then how do you build? Of course, let me explain more on the pillar system, the 4-pillar system. You need the active frontline. Those are your active directs, people whom you have referred using your direct link. Okay, that is pillar number 1, as I've just shown you. On V2 you need 3, on V3 you need 8, on V4 you need 12, on V2 you need 3, on V3 you need 5, on V4 you need 8, on V5 you need 12, on V6 you need 20. Then you also need total network. This is why I was thinking total network has to be 20 or 100 or maybe 800, 1,500, like that. Pillar number 3, team trading profit. I hope you saw how I was showing you the team trading profit. And also you need to build leaders under you. So by doing this, you can go through the ranking system. How do you build a network? How to build your network? Okay. I was showing you. For you to become, okay, let me do this. For you to become a V1 here, for you to become a V1, you just need to activate your bot. You become a V1. No network, no what. But for you to become a V2, you need 3 directs. 3 directs. But with a total team, more members on the team, 700. I mean 17. So this 17 can be brought by you and placed under this. Okay. Or these 3 can bring their people, and your entire team reaches 20. You qualify for V2. Plus your team trading profit becoming 500. Then for you to qualify for this, of course, here you need 3 V3s from 3 V2s from 3 different legs. What do I mean? They may not be these directs, okay? They may not be your direct people. I may be your direct person. You referred me first. I was the first person to get a link. But under me, there is a leader who has become a V2. So that leader is counted from my leg. So if you bring one leg and you put all the leaders in one leg, they all become V2s. You don't qualify. You must distribute your leaders into 3 main legs, where each leg is at least having a V2, regardless of whether that V2 is a direct or indirect. Your total team becomes 100, you qualify for V3. For V4, it is the same chain. 3 V3s from 3 different legs, total team 300, directs, you have 5 directs, 3 V3s from 3 different legs, you qualify for. So that is how you build. But then now let us look at, okay, it is true. I've seen how I can build, and I know most of you, since you're already leaders, you've been in the network space for long, you now already have the mental picture or the mental model on how you're going to build your team. But then how do you earn if you build your team? Okay, so remember, each activation, a person has to pay $120. So how is the $120 distributed? How is the $120, for example, if you refer me today and I pay my $120, how is the $120 going to be distributed? So on the 120, $100 goes back into the affiliate network. Look at this, guys. This is the best compensation. These guys are not greedy. The people behind Crypto Flow Bot, they are not greedy at all. They are bringing back $100 into the network and only taking $20 out of the $120. They're only taking $20. $100 is coming straight back into the network. So the affiliate network takes $100 and the company takes $20. $20. But then, how do they distribute that $120? How do they distribute that $100? As you're going to see here, if you have referred that person and you're a V1, they are going to give you $40. This is according to your rank. How much money you make depends on your rank and whether the person is whether the person is direct or indirect. I'm also going to share how you earn from indirect indefinitely. So depending on your rank, if you refer any person using your link, you get $40 if you're a V1. Here in Uganda, actually $40 can rent for you a house for 2 months. Because $40 in our Uganda currency, it is 140,000 shillings. 140,000 shillings, Uganda shillings. And most houses here in Uganda are just 50,000. So to us, this is a lot of money. A lot of money. Here in Uganda, with this money, you can survive for a whole month. If you're a V2 and you have referred someone direct, you get $50. When you share your link, for example, you share your link with me today, I register using your link, I pay the $120, immediately click on activate, your $50 lands. Immediately. There is no waiting, no what. You can even withdraw it there and then. Within just 1 minute, your money is on your Binance if you want. If you're a V3, you get $60 per direct activation. If you're V4, you get 65. If you're V5, you get 70. If you're V6 like me here, you get $75 per single activation via the direct referral. Guys, this is a lot of money. So the higher you go in ranking system, the more money you can make. Now, this totally depends on you. You want to remain on a V1? You want to go to V2? You want to go to shoot for V6? It is entirely on you. Maybe if I'm to go back here, little, you saw that for you to become a V6, look at what you need. For you to become a V6, 1,500 people on your team. But remember, I had actually most of you have built systems where you had over 300,000 people, where you had 1 million team members. So this is something very, very easy to achieve. Very easy for a serious person who has spotted the opportunity in the right time, okay? And you position yourself very early, especially in your communities. You can make this money in the few next months. Give yourself up to maybe end of year. You can hit a V6 rank and you qualify for global dividends, as I'm going to show you. Okay, so there is what we call differential roll-up. Crypto flow affiliate system uses what we call a differential roll-up system. What do I mean? It means if I am below you, okay, for example, you're a rank higher, maybe you're a V2 and I'm a V1. If I earn money, you also get from that activation that I've for example, if I activate someone, I earn money, you're also entitled to some part of that money. That is the differential system, as I'm going to explain. Let's look at this scenario here. This scenario. Who earns what on the $120? So, for example, we have a V1 here, a V2, a V4, and a V6 here. So let's look at this scenario. For example, this V1 here has activated someone. This person has paid $120. This is a V1. Is entitled to $40. I think for me to explain this very clearly, let me go to this. I want to explain this so that we understand it very well. Because if you understand this, you will now, when I start sharing my screen about my earnings, you will understand why I make a lot of money without even putting in much effort. Okay, let's look at this. Let me get my pen here. What is the differential roll-up system? Let's look at the differential roll-up system. Roll-up system. How does it work? It works this way. If you're a V2 up here and a V1 here activates someone, a V1 will get his commission that he's entitled to, but also they will look at you, how much are you entitled to? For example, you're entitled to $50. What has a V4, what did the V1 get? The V1 got $40. So they get 50 minus 40, and the difference is yours, $10. Let me explain with a good example so that people understand on the call. KK, am I still loud and clear? Leader KK, am I still loud and clear? Is my screen visible?
Yes, very, very loud and clear.
Okay, that's good, that's good. Let me give you a scenario here. You are a V2, a V2. Remember we said a V2 has five directs. Okay, 5 directs. Direct A, direct B, direct C, D, and E. Okay. Maybe one of your directs is very active. Remember, all these are V1s, for example. Right now, they are still V1s. All these are still V1s, 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 V1s. Maybe A is very active. A refers F here. Person called F. So F pays his $120. Since A is a V1, he is entitled to $40. But now, since A is under you here, who is a V2, they'll look at you. How much is a V2 entitled to earn from his direct or from his team? He is entitled to earn $50. But now A has already taken off the 40. So they get 50 minus 40, and they give you your $10. Now, even if this F also here, F refers G, they look at F, you're still a V1, okay? Now G has paid his $120. So F, you're entitled to $40 because you're a V1 who referred is someone using your direct link. But now they look at A. A is also a V1. What is the V1 entitled? He's entitled to $40. But now they see they have already given the 40 to this person. So A gets $0. But then they look up into the chain. Is there anyone on a rank higher? They find you here. You're on a rank higher. How much are you entitled to? You're entitled to how much? $50. But they've already given 40 to F here. They give the 10. 10 comes here. Let's say G goes to refer I. G gets his 40, F gets nothing, A gets nothing, you get your 10. Now imagine this at a large scale. Up to infinity. There is no rank level where they stop. It is up to infinity. Which means whichever network is built here down, as long as there is no V2 blocking you, like how this V1 here was blocking this V1, as long as there is no V2 in that leg blocking you, you earn up to infinity. There are no limits. The system just keeps looking up. Who is on a rank higher so that I reward him? Who is on a rank higher? So which means as a leader, if you're to continue earning a lot of money, you must ensure that you make sure you're always on a rank higher than all your downlines. I don't know whether you have understood this. So imagine this network here is growing at a much faster rate. For example, here they are putting in 10 people per day. On this leg alone, they are putting in 10 people per day. Then on this leg now, you also have your strong leader here. He's very active, maybe putting in 8 leaders a day. And also on this leg, this is very active. You also have a leader who is putting in maybe 3. On his team is adding 3 people per day. Imagine how much money you can make even just as a V2. Imagine. You're not adding your direct referrals. Remember, on each direct referral, you also refer. If you decide to add here a direct referral, you earn your $50 as a V2. This is the potential in the differential system. It pays up to infinity. There are no limits. Up to infinity. As long as there is no one blocking you on the same level with you, blocking you. Up to infinity. That's the beauty of the differential system. Okay? How about if you're a V3? Because I need to show you this. Imagine here you're a V3. You're a V3. But now, suddenly, here in this leg, maybe A is here, B is here, C is here. Okay? You have your 5. D, E. You have your 5 directs. Now in this link, pardon?
ya Negaza John Innocent. Moshe John Innocent.
Make me co-host. Make me
Please
co-host
mute
so I can
yourself.
be. Make me co-host.
So that we can hear.
So I can be doing that. Make me co-host again.
Sorry. Okay, let me give you co-host power so that you can always mute whoever you want. Okay. So I'm still explaining here. Maybe in this leg, V1 has become this A has become a V2. F K G H. Let me assume that you're building like this. Now, suddenly this A has become a V2, but also maybe here G has become a V2, maybe C has become a V2. So in each leg, in 3 different legs, you have 3 V2s. But remember V3. If any activation happens here, for instance, this is a V1, you activate someone here, person X, the person X pays 120. Since F is a V1, is entitled to how much? $40. Now, V2 here, A, is entitled to $50. Now they say, we have already given 40 to F, so V2 here on your team will get $10. But since you're a V3 here up, you're also entitled to $60 as a V3. So they've already given off $10 to this person. You're entitled to 60, but your V2 here got 50, so they give you the 10. Do you see this? So whichever you are sure, on whichever activation happens in this leg, as long as this leg has a V2, whichever activation happens on this leg, which has a virtual list, one V2, it means you're going to entitled to $10 as a V3. On whichever activation, regardless of the level, up to infinity. Even on the same leg, this one, where there's a V2, you're entitled to $10 per activation in this leg, where there is a V2. The same goes here, activation, $10 in this leg. But now here, this one is a V1, and also this one is a V1. Now here, you're entitled to how much? Because the maximum a V1 can get is 40. And remember here, you're a V3, you're entitled to 60. So on whichever activation happens in this leg, this V1 leg where there's no V2, you get $20. Do you guys see the potential in this? Remember, if you decide to add on any direct activation, you get 60. Imagine you decide to add any direct activation, you get $60. And the indirect activation on a V1 leg where there is no V2 blocking you, you get $20. And the activation on the V2 leg where there's no one blocking you, you're entitled to how much? $10 per activation. So imagine how much money you can make if you have a strong team that is very active. Let's just assume in this leg, in this one leg here, you get maybe 8 people joining every day. You get 5 people joining every day. You get maybe 3 people joining every day. Here you get on average maybe 2. On average, maybe here, this one is not a strong builder, maybe 1. On average, maybe on this leg, you get an average of maybe, so also is a strong one, 8. Imagine how much money you can make per day. A lot of money. A lot of money. Now, this differential system goes up to V6. I may not go up to V6, but I hope you have got the concept of the differential roll-up system. Guys, have we got the concept of the differential roll-up system? If you have got the concept, please type for me a 1 in the chat here down. Type for me a 1 here in the chat down. If you have got the concept of the differential system, where it rewards you up to infinity, there is no level that you're not going to earn as long as you're on a higher rank. If you have got that, please type for me a 1, just for clarity. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. I see 2 people only have typed, maybe, I don't know, maybe I was not very clear. I don't know, because only 2 people have typed that they have understood. Well, anyway, as long as I've got some people who have understood, let's move. Okay. So then, how is the fuel distributed? Because we said on every profitable trade, crypto flow bot charges 20% of the profit made as the fuel. Let me explain this. Whenever you make profit on using crypto flow bot, trades for you inside Binance, and you make a profit of $100, crypto flow bot is going to charge you 20% of this profit, and this will be $20 and remain with $80. So now these 20 they have charged you, they distribute it into the network. They distribute this 20 into the network. And how much you make is depending on what level are you in the ranking system. If you're a V1, you're entitled to 20%. V2, entitled to 30%. V3, entitled to 40%. V4, entitled to 50%. V5, entitled to 60%. No, 55%. 55%. What is this? Okay. V4, let's look here. V4, 50%. Okay. It is 20%, 30, 40 as a V3, V4, 50%, V5, 55%, and V6, 60% of the fuel. This means that, for example, if you're a V4 and they charge a fuel, CryptoFlow charges someone a fuel of $20 and on your team, direct. These are directs. The fuel fee I've just shown you is direct if someone is your direct. Okay. For example, let me give an example. I use examples. If you are a V1, okay, you are a V1 here, you have referred me here, Dickson. If I, Dickson, make some money today, maybe I've made $100 in profit, the bot is going to charge me 20% of this profit, which is $20. Now, out of this $20, as a V1, you're entitled to 20%. So they get this 20 times 20%, which is $4. So whenever you make $100, you are sure you have made $4 from me. That is if I'm your direct referral. If I'm your direct referral. Now this goes on up to V6 level. But also the fuel commission, they have what we call the differential system. I told you. Imagine here you're a V2 entitled to 30%. And Dickson here is a V1 under you. Dickson referred Edison here. You even don't know where Edison is. You don't know even who Edison is. Me, I put in my effort, I referred Edison. Edison here makes money today. He makes his $100 in trading. They charge him 20%, which is $20. Since I'm a V1 Dickson, me who referred him using my direct link, I'm entitled to 20% of this. So they give me my $4. But remember, you're a V3 now. I mean, you're a V2 above me. I'm under your team. You're entitled to 30% of the fuel charged. But remember, the 20% has already been given to Dickson here. So they get 30% minus 20% which they gave to Dickson here. The remainder, which is 10%, they give it to you. So what is 10% of this? This is $2. This continues up to infinity as long as there is no one on the same level with you, as long as there is no one blocking you. The differential system is on the activation income. It is also on the fuel commissions. So if your people have trading volume, if your people are trading and they are making a lot of money, trust me, you're also going to make a lot of money from them. And this differential system goes up to V6. As long as there's no one blocking you, you earn differential system, you earn differential up to V6 level. Now, on top of all those commissions, there is what we call the mentor bonus. Mentor bonus. When you refer someone, you automatically become their mentor in the system. You automatically become their mentor in the system. And they give you a mentor bonus of 5% on every fuel collected. On every fuel collected. If, for example, it means if you're a V1 here, you refer Dickson here, you'll get 20% from the fuel as your fuel commission. You also get 5% as the mentor bonus. So you're actually collecting 25%, not 20%. Because you're a direct mentor to me. That is mentor bonus. Then there is what we call peer reward. What is peer reward? All these are bonuses, peer reward. This is where you're a V4, it starts from V4 and above. You're a V4, and also you have grown someone here, Dickson, who has also become a V4. In actual sense, you're not supposed to be earning anything from him. But because they like rewarding your effort, on whatever activation happens in his team here down, you're entitled to $5. on whatever activation happens down in Dickson's team, who is a V4 under you. You're entitled to $5 per any activation. Whether they come in 50 activations a day, whether they come in 10 activations a day on his team, you're entitled to $5 per activation. This goes to V4, V5 with V5 here down, okay? V6 with V6 here down. All these, you'll still get those peer reward bonuses. So that is the compensation plan. In brief, I've tried to summarize it, everything. Was I clear when explaining? Is there anyone who has not understood? Because it is important for the statements I'm going to say after this. Once you get the right opportunity early enough, you can make a lot of money. Early positioning is where you take advantage of any platform. The moment you position yourself early, you can make a lot of money. Now, let me go straight to my account. Let me first log into my account, my affiliate account, before I log into the trading account, and I show you. Because I've just been discussing about the affiliate system. Let me first go into my affiliate, my own personal affiliate account, and I show you, so that you realize the potential that we have. Remember, I was among the first people in Africa here to get to know about crypto flow. Okay? And look at this. Let me share my screen once again. Let me share my screen once again. Okay. Oh, today has not been a very good day. Today has been a very tough day, but it is okay. From what I see, I have today. Okay, is my screen visible? Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Let's look at this. Let's look at this. Now, I told you, early positioning is key. Now, me, when I got to know about this affiliate system and I understood, I said, I'm going to grind hard. I'm going to grind hard. Look at my daily earnings from the affiliate system. Remember, I'm not doing anything. Actually, I don't know even the last day. I don't even the last day I put in someone. Because these days are been very busy. I'm constructing at home. I've been very up and down. Actually, the whole of this month, I've not put in anyone personally. I've not guided anyone to activate the account. This is all passive income. You see this? This is all passive. And in 3 months, this bot, they launched the bot on 24th March, 2026. For us who already had premium subscription on the crypto signals, we got the bot for free. We didn't add more money. Because remember, we had paid $295 when it was still a signals platform. So it had also a referral program. Actually, by the time it became a signals platform, I had already built a downline base of 2,000 people. I got to know about it in September last year, and by March, even when it was still a signals platform, at 295, I had already referred 2,000 people. So by the time it launched, they shifted my entire affiliate network into this. That's why it was very easy for me to rank up. I ranked up very fast. So imagine, in just 3 months, if I've been able to make this in just 3 months, the total affiliate earnings, 37,000. From 24th March to today. Today is I think 19th or 20th, something like that. Not even 4 months, the 3.5 months. If I've been able to make 37,000, how much more am I going to make in the next 1 year? In the next 2 years, 3 years? So me, I position myself early. And that is what I want for you to position yourself early. If you can position yourself early, you can make a lot of money. This month alone, I've made $3,600. Last month, I made $8,000. Previous month, 15,000, 9,000. The first month when it launched in March.
Wait, Coach Dickson, wait. Let's do some calculation here. That's approximately 52 million naira in Nigeria, right? You know, you are speaking to the Nigerian community. So I
I
think
don't know how much it is in your,
we should be
I
doing
don't know how much
some
it is in your local
calculation.
currency.
We need to be doing some calculation and clarity.
Let,
That's
okay,
52 million in Nigeria.
let me do this once again. Let me do this once again. I don't know how much it is in your local currency, but what I know is that in Uganda it is a lot of money. Jesus Christ, what are these? What are these? What am I even installing? Okay. Sorry about that. So let's do some calculation. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. Let's do this. That is, are you seeing my screen? Okay. Am I still loud and clear? Okay, are you seeing my screen? Am I muted? Okay. Is my voice coming through? I don't know. Is my voice coming through? What has happened? What has happened? Are you guys hearing me? Okay, can you hear me? Oh, very good. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. So here I'm saying, I positioned myself early. Even in the first month, look at this. Even in the first month alone, in just the last 6 days of March, I made $500. The next month I made 9,000. May I made 15,000. June 8,000. This July it has not been so good. So far 3,600. So what does this mean? It means that when you position yourself very early in a perfect opportunity, you can make a lot of money. A lot of money. It's the affiliate side. Now,